Keith, how did healthcare premiums suddenly appear squarely on the Alberta government agenda?
Well, simply put, I mean, the government's under some pretty dire financial stress at this point. $50 oil will do that too. So they are looking at trying to get new forms of revenue. But Prentice has already ruled out a sales tax. He's also ruled out an increase in corporate taxes. So the options start to get quite limited at this point, and they believe this is something that Albertans have supported in the past, or at least put up with, and so this is an idea that is now getting some traction.
If people did say, look, if you have to raise taxes and bring back the healthcare premiums, they were thinking in terms of my employer paid it. And very often in the old system, a lot of employers did pay for it, and the average Albertan and who had an employer who paid for it didn't pay for it. And also, I think the government's thinking this isn't going to work because often the government had to pay money for its own employees. So the government was actually paying the healthcare premiums. So it's taking money out and putting money back in. So it's shuffling money around as opposed to getting a cool $1.3 billion. So anyway, this goes back to this budget dilemma that Keith talked about. And so I think the government's saying Albertans want this. Albertans were thinking it'd be the old healthcare premiums.
But the problem with healthcare premiums is that they are the flattest and most regressive of taxes. Everybody pays the same amount, whether you're a single mom with 3 kids or a captain of industry. And that's why today, in our paper, you can see everybody, not just Gil McGowan from the Alberta Federation of Labor, but the Alberta Chamber of Commerce is coming out opposed to this, not just because it's a potential payroll tax, although it looks like it wouldn't go that way, but because it is a regressive tax.
They're getting kind of desperate in terms of how do they cut spending and how do they raise taxes. And the big issue here is how do they raise taxes. And you had Campbell bringing this up, and then the Premier's now saying, well, it's just an idea. We're just floating these things, just like sales taxes, which of course they shot down pretty quickly. But this is them, I think, scrambling to find something that Albertans might swallow. It just shows, by them going back to these old systems, just how desperate, how they have no really answer.
Or new ideas.
To go forward. They're relying on what happened in the past, didn't always work, and they're saying, what the heck, we'll bring it back.